You do this for love. This is all heart. Otherwise, just do a 9 to 5. Once you start this job, you don't clock out. Hey, this is DJ Newmark, aka Uncle New. I've been DJing and producing since 1985. Stay locked. The way I get in the mood to become creative is I'm usually with my dog a lot. I walk him every day for a long time. Sometimes I meditate, but other times I'm just ready for action. Just go with the flow of what's in front of you, and then it'll come together. Started out as a drummer when I was about 7, 8 years old. Later on, as hip hop got introduced to me through my best friend Chris, got very deep into turntables and learning how to DJ house parties here in Los Angeles. After high school, started doing clubs, eventually met the members of Jurassic 5 and started producing and DJing with them and touring with them, of course. After that, I just started to do my own projects and cover records and collaborating with everyone from like Charles Bradley to a song with Nas and Damian Marley, and my own albums, J Live, a bunch of different people. What I like the most now about being a producer and a DJ is that I'm still learning. As a DJ, I bring together similarities. Songs that are in the right key and also in the right context, or use the same wordplay, or have the same drum pattern, or have the same string arrangement, but are two different songs and it's kind of a happy accident. That's my style. I like bringing those things that people overlooked. I'm pretty much like the opposite of a mashup DJ. I don't bring yin and yang together. I bring similarities together in unexpected places through multiple eras and multiple genres. My job is to bring it all under one umbrella because that brings synergy and a lot of energy to the dance floor. And that's always been my style as a DJ. As a producer, I'd probably describe my sound as very drum forward, punchy drums, strong rhythm section, bass from my childhood and being a drummer. But also bringing in a lot of genres, elements from Brazil, elements from Africa, from all over the place. You know, I always call the turntable the infinite instrument, because you can bring in any genre. It's probably why I'm still collecting records. This room is mainly like hip hop and R&B, I'd say. I guess more current music, kind of. And the other room is stuff I would sample from, stuff like soul, funk, rock, you know, Brazilian, pretty much everything else. We had some fires out here in LA, so I had to pack up records really fast. Great record, John Carrington Trio. Whew. This is a rare Middle Eastern record, Turkish record. I use it on my mix for the Amunu mix. Hard to come by. Funky, psych, soul. More from the Middle East. This is hard to come by. So is this, Middle Eastern. So this record was my inspiration to do a cover of Canto de Asana. He also does Berimbau, which they could be interchangeable. They're pretty much the same arrangement for the most part, but I did a cover on Jurassic 5's last album, Canto de Asana, last song on the record. 3 records that I'd have to listen to for the rest of my life: Placebo, Ball of Eyes, Main Source, Breaking Atoms, Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. This is the drum machine I use to make What's Golden. I decided to hang it up because I don't want to make beats on an MPC anymore. I like working in the computer now. It's much more fun and a lot more sounds at my fingertips, but that's the drum machine. My creative process is really based off of one sound. So if I'm tunneling through the libraries of plugins I have, or samples that I have, or samples that I've built from my own sample packs. It could be one sound that will start the process of me creating. If it moves me, then it's done. I don't really focus on, oh, if they didn't accept this, then I shouldn't make more of that music, or I should make more of that music. I just, it's out of my hands after I create it. And if I get that feeling in my chest, that emotional, spiritual feeling that you get, producers that are listening will know what I'm talking about, then it's done, you know? And that's the only aim, that's the only goal. And, you know, once it's at the mastering facility, it's done, it's out of my hands. I don't want to hear it again unless I'm DJing it. That's it. Let's keep layering vocals, shit, fuck it. Let's make this lush. Yeah, we'll layer that one. Yeah, this theory board is crazy. This whole left side is chord progressions, and the right side of the theory board is just individual notes that are in the D minor scale I'm in. Way too high. Let's get this down like 2. Let's go down 1 more. For my outboard gear that's closest to me, that's at my fingertips, I use my Millennia NSEQ2 in conjunction with my Manley stereo variable MU from everything that comes off of these turntables here. So this is like mixtape world. It's gonna hit this, and then into my DAW, you know, when I do all my mixes. This will give me whatever sheen I need with a little bit of tube action, and this, again, some tube action here with a very light setting, like kiss compression, nothing major, just enough for it to open up the sound. My Avalon, I use this mostly for my vocals and when I'm looking for a clean, glassy sheen or replica of some reality. You know, I'm no character, basically. Character, but not like, you know, a tape machine or my vintage gear down there. You know, this is for accuracy. So if I have vocalists coming in singing leads or background vocals, that kind of thing, you know, if I just want a clean sheen sound, I've paired this with my Neumann mic. These are my midlife crisis pieces. Some people buy Ferraris, I buy Pultecs. This is for EQ, this is for a nuanced EQ. Although you can drive it. I mean, people have driven it really hard. I use it to give depth, and it just has a character to it that it's hard to explain. It doesn't sound like any other EQ I've ever used. It sounds musical, that'd be the way I'd put it. The frequencies that it selects, especially in the 10K, 8K, 5K area here, it's just musical to my ears. It sounds natural. That's at my fingertips, and then, of course, my Lumi with the guy in front of me here, push 3. This is like my main workstation. I think the advice I'd give to musicians or DJs starting out right now, on the business side, never put a hyphen in your name, a special character, $, slash, dash, semicolon, any of that. Take it from me, it's a search nightmare. Promoters will misspell your name. People will have the hardest time searching your name. Stay away from that. Have a simple name. If you can come up with a name with 1 syllable, that's even better. Something that people can spell, you know, so really think about your name if you're starting out. So that's the business side. On the artistic side, you've heard it a million times, and there's a reason why, and it's because it's true. Practice, practice, practice. Work on your craft as many hours in a day as you can. Get it to where you're not thinking about it. You're trying to get to a place where you're feeling, not thinking. You want to, you know, when you drive down the street, you're not thinking about, oh, I'm slowly putting my foot on the gas pedal, I'm slowly putting my foot on the brake pedal. You're just doing it automatically because you've done it so many times. You want to get to that space when you're DJing or when you're producing or playing piano or whatever it is, because you're trying to reach that part of you that is evoking feeling. And so if you're thinking about feeling while you're doing what you already know so well, it'll be a quicker, you know, pathway to getting to that part where you're feeling the heart instead of the thought. So I think I'm gonna run some piano through this RCA vintage preamp. I'll do another octave. Cool, we got 3 octaves. If you're at the beginning of your career and you're looking for, you know, ways to get your foot in or trying to achieve inspiration, say yes to a lot of things at the beginning, you know. Once you get established, you can start saying no and be like, oh, this doesn't fit, you know, my sound or what I'm even into. You're trying to build a musical vocabulary. That's why I have records, you know. It's like people who are passionate about reading, they have a lot of books. They build a vocabulary. Same thing with music. You could tell when people have a small musical vocabulary. And you're like, why are you listening to this? Like, you know, because they haven't heard great music. Like they just haven't dug into all the richness and the value that has been given to all the musicians from us for so many years. I've been making everything off the grid lately, like no quantize at all. It could be a little bit time intensive, like when you're cleaning up at this stage, but the initial feeling of what I was going for is there. If someone sampled my life in 4 bars, I'd have to say there'd be elements of a heavy rhythm track, deep drums, you know, snapping drums. They'd be pulling from different continents, you know, a lot of experimental sounds for sure. There'd be an element of somber or melancholy, but it would be dance floor ready. Yeah, so right now I'm taking that mid vocal and sending it to Moises, which has an incredible vocal area where you can select a singer that you want to sing that in the way it's being sung on your session. So I'm sending it out because I'm trying to make that last part of the beat kind of lush and big. So let's convert a voice. And this is the voice from my session. Let's bring it in. And let's submit and let it think. So it's loading Marcus, Howard, Kate, and John. I'm going to download 2. I'm going to download this dude, download John, and I'm going to bring Howard. Shit, working for me. Just talking about shit ain't gonna get it across the finish line. Like, if you got an idea, you gotta press up on it. There's only so much runway ahead of us in this life. So enough with this, I'll do it tomorrow attitude. Like, finish it, do it, chase your dream, get your timing right, catch that lightning in a bottle and work with who you wanna work with and get the shit out.